Get ready for the smackdown. Get ready for the smackdown. How you gonna react when you're put in the back now? 'Cause there's no turning back when you're facing the smackdown.
Hey guys, M.V.K and Creat here coming to you again. How's everybody doing out there? Welcome back to section 14 of my fantasy fights. As you all know, this is a three-way edition. That is the theme of this section. And as you saw, this one comes from my good friend SickRickJoseph. He puts a 2-3 Goliath characters going at it. So let's check him out. He has Atom Smasher versus Maul versus Hank Pym Giant Man. Yeah, like I said, a seriously gigantic battle between three individuals who can increase their size and their strength. So let's definitely get started with this. So let's kick it off with Atom Smasher first. Okay, Atom Smasher. His real name is Albert Julian Rothstein. He is the godson of the original Atom, Al Pratt. That's the original Atom. He has been a member of the JSA. This is pre-52 stuff. He's been a member of the JSA. He's been an ally to them, and even a villain, enemy to them as well. But he is a great character nonetheless. He like I said, he's found himself on both sides of the fence at times. So what really is his powers in the sense of Atom Smasher? Okay, he has atomic energy in him that was granted, that his grandfather that he absorbed into him when he was just a cat, when he was going through puberty. Atom Smasher has superhuman strength. He has durability, that he can withstand a lot of impact. You know, and pretty much, you know, keep coming. And this is not even when he's giant. This is just when he's normal. He's normal size. But later on, when he was able to increase his size, which his maximum size is about 100 feet. That's his maximum size he can grow, and of course that increases his strength even more. He can alter molecular density, meaning he can decrease and increase, basically in the sense he can phase through things, and also that it makes him more durable. And that's pretty much the main gist of Atom Smasher as well. He's a skilled pilot as well, and a pretty good mechanic as well. He's got a lot of mechanics behind him, and he does have good leadership capabilities. But we don't see this Atom Smasher in 52 now. I believe they went with the original Al Pratt, especially in Earth 2. But Atom Smasher was a great character. Hopefully they'll bring him back sometime. But yeah, very good character. Alright, so let's move on to Maul. Yeah, time for Maul to get tall. Yeah. Maul was from the team known as Wildcats. We all should know that. Maul, for example, I don't think a lot of people know a lot about Maul. So I'm gonna give a lot of people some input on him. First of all, Maul, his real name is Dr. Jeremy Stone. He's a human Typhop hybrid. Typhop is like a race from Kira, Hira. Yeah, I hope I'm pronouncing the planet right. And of course, you know, he was a founding member of the Wildcats as well. He's also he's a great scientist. He's brilliant. He's a genius, actually. Nobel Prize winner. However, let's get into what makes him tick in terms of his power set. All right. Now, Maul, like I said, since he is half Titan Thop, I hope I'm saying it right. His heritage means that he can willingly turn himself into a massive superpower being. He can grow in mass and size and things like that. However, here is some of the side effects of Maul when he grows in size, especially when he gets larger. The larger he gets, he becomes less, the more of his intelligence is lost. So, like, say if he grows 100 feet, he could pretty much lose a lot of his intelligence. And then it's the opposite when he shrinks. He becomes even smarter and stronger, and his mind is very much stronger. But a large amount of it does strain his powers, though. He can strain his powers, like if he alternates too much between shifting mass, you know, and decreasing his mass. So it's a very tragic cost for Maul that I don't think a lot of people, unless you're a real Wildcat fan, know about. But he was brains and brawn, and that was something that I did love about Maul. Brains and brawn, and a great character nonetheless. And he's another one of those Wildcats that we have not seen in the DC 52 yet, but he's still a great character nonetheless. Alright, so we move on to Hank Pym, aka Giant Man, aka you name it. You know, I can go on a list of different names this guy has gone under, but Hank Pym, founding member of the Avengers, creator of Ultron, husband to Janet Van Dyne, the Wasp. Like I said, it's gone under many memorable identities, from Ant-Man to Giant Man to Goliath, Yellow Jacket, the Wasp. He is a genius. He's probably one of the smartest men in the Marvel Universe. And Hank also created what he likes to call the Pym particles. And the Pym particles are what enable him to increase his size or decrease his size. It also works in decreasing weapons as well, so he's pretty good at that. Hank definitely is a guy you should not sleep on. Don't think that this guy can't go hand to hand with you. That's one thing that you should not, and damn not, think that he's a pushover. He's just a genius guy. I've seen, and now let's talk about how much size Hank can grow. Okay, his maximum size is the same thing about Atom Smasher and Maul, about 100 feet tall, and of course that also increases his strength as well. Now, as a super genius that he is, this guy is just clearly somebody you should not underestimate. Sometimes it's not always brawn that wins, it's intellect, right? Now, of course, he's a brilliant biochemist and research scientist. This guy is brilliant at that. And he's also pretty much, he can create things just from his imagination. Just think of things like right off the cuff and try to come up with. He's pretty much, his greatest enterprise is in the fields of robotics, and we all know where that comes from and what happened after that. And of course, subatomic physics. But here's something that I don't think a lot of people don't know about. Hank is also trained in the martial arts. And which martial art am I talking about? Judo. He is a master in the art of judo. So imagine you fighting a 100-foot tall man and you were about that same size, and you come at him and he could just use your momentum against you. That's pretty much what judo is. It's a lot of throws and counters and using one's opponent's momentum against them. Pretty much just a very good technique. Hank is definitely a great character and deserves a lot of respect as one of the founding members of the Avengers. And I do have a lot of respect for Hank, very much. Alright, so let's get to the battle. Ooh. This is a battle of, I won't say size. I mean, all three of these guys can increase their body. Size manipulation, pretty much. That is the basis of them, right? But it's not gonna, in my prognosis, it's not just gonna come down to brawn. It can go that way for a while, and in my intellect, I can see probably Atom Smasher having that kind of advantage in the hand-to-hand combat for a while. But being that Maul and Hank are geniuses, it might come down to Maul and Hank in a fight. Somehow they will probably be able to get Atom Smasher out of the way. That's just me. Don't knock brains. But as I just said about Maul, the more he increases his size, the less intelligent he gets. So that can be a means of both Atom Smasher or Hank capitalizing on. So you got to look at it from both sides of the coin. But for me, guys, this is hard. This is very hard. I call this a tie for me. This is a tie for me, unless Hank is able to. I don't see Hank killing anybody. That's one thing. I don't see Hank killing them. I don't see any of these guys killing each other. Maybe Atom Smasher might take it to the limit of injuring somebody but not killing. But I don't see the rest of the other two, Maul and Hank, killing anybody. That's just me. But other than that, guys, you tell me who you think would win in this, because I call it a tie. Atom Smasher, Maul, or Giant Man Hank Pym. And other than that, guys, show some love and respect to my friend SickRickJoseph. This was his creation. Show some love, and I will be back with the next fight for today. Fight number 6, which pits a Mortal Kombat character versus an SNK character versus a character from the world of G.I. Joe. You guys, stay tuned and battle on.